All right, back out here in this wide open space with the DJI NEO 2, ready to commit to some of these tricks out in here in real life. I figured I'd come out here and just practice some barrel rolls and some flips. I'm finally starting to get that part down where I don't have to hit the pause button as much. One thing when you fly in acro mode, even with the NEO 2, which is just an awesome little drone, it does cover a lot of ground really fast in manual mode. So I had to keep flying circles to come back and kind of reset so I could hit my tricks again without having to worry about losing control. I tried to keep it up kind of high because a couple times it did come down. I mean, I did use the pause button a few times, but more than not, I was able to continue flying through each trick. So, but even the ones that I did hit the pause button on, it did come down pretty fast. So that's one thing if you are gonna kind of crash after a trick, gravity does work really fast and the drone does come falling out of the sky. But I like playing around in this little area. It's pretty wide open, so I can play around with a lot of the controls and things on the sticks. In this area, we don't have a lot of like high-rise buildings or actually there's just not a lot of space. There's like parks and things, but there's really not a lot of like abandoned areas or things to fly. I'm kind of running out of stuff in the local area, so I have to drive out a little bit farther. But until they build something on this area, it's a little closer drive, although it's boring scenery, but it's a nice spot to practice here. So yeah, I tried going barrel rolls to the right, barrel rolls to the left, doing some backflips, and then practicing some of the dives just really quick, just getting used to the controls here. But it's beautiful at sunset out here. The sky was super orange and everything. But yeah, I got that. The backflip was pretty good. When you come around from the backflip, you really have to watch the horizon to make sure your back end like facing forward or whatever. Because when you hit that spin around, it's kind of disorienting for a little bit. But yeah, overall, I mean, I've got pretty good controls, and I'm really happy that I'm out here out of the simulator and starting to actually do this in real life. So I'm trying hard not to crash the drone, although I'm sure that's going to be inevitable eventually. But I do enjoy using these for filming, so I'd like to keep them functioning as much as possible. So hopefully I don't have any hard crashes, but as I get more time, I'm really trying to push the limits because, I mean, what's the point of having something if you're not using it to its full potential? So as I get a little bit better, I am going to go to another park that has a lot of trees to fly through, little tall trees to dive down. It'd kind of be interesting to dive down one of these power lines, but for that part, I'm trying to stay away from there because I wouldn't want to mess any of the electricity up. But diving a power line might be pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying my journey here. I mean, it's been a long time. I know if you're not a drone pilot or not don't have like a basic understanding of drones, doing these few tricks is exciting because this has been a lot of practice, a lot of hours on the sticks to get used to that. So it's not just like a lot of people don't just jump on a drone right away and start flipping tricks right out of the box. It does take quite a bit of time. You put some hours in the simulator, you put some hours and crashing some toy drones or cheap drones to kind of work your way up until you're starting to do this. So hopefully I get smoother and smoother, just like my normal flying is pretty smooth. Hopefully the tricks on here get a lot smoother as I continue to practice. But yeah, overall, I mean, an expensive little hobby flying drones is, but it's actually a lot of fun though when you get out here and just it's peaceful.